Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn about how we can configure MySQL DB engine parameters of Amazon RDS instance. So let's start. Okay, before starting this, let's know about DB parameters group. So we can manage DB engine configurations through parameters in database parameter group. A default DB parameter group is created while creating new DB instance. We cannot modify parameter settings of default parameter groups directly. So if we want to edit any existing parameters value, then we must need to create a custom DB parameter group rather than using default group. So once you create custom DB parameter group, it will show you all the parameter list and details of that parameters. Like the parameters are editables or not, and default values of that parameters and parameter types like dynamic or it is static. So some important points are here about DB parameter groups. Let's see one by one. When we edit dynamic parameters and save, the changes is applied immediately regardless of apply immediately setting. And when we edit a static parameter and save, the parameter change will take effect after you manually reboot the DB instance. So this is the difference between dynamic and static parameters, and you can see the parameter type on that list once you click on that DB parameter groups. So you will know which are the dynamic and which are static parameters. So okay, when we change DB parameter group associated with DB instance, then we must need to manually reboot DB instance before the custom DB parameter group is used by that DB instance. Okay, so the parameter value can be specified as an integer or as an integer expression built from formulas, variables, functions, and operators. The one important point we need to make sure, like if we did improperly setting parameters in DB parameter group, that can have unintended adverse effects of DB performance, including degraded performance and system instability. So that may affect on your DB database performance if you do some misconfigurations. So just make sure of that things, and you should try out parameter group setting changes on test DB instance before applying on the production DB instance. So just make sure of these things. Okay, so there are few steps by using we can edit parameters value, and okay, let's see the practical of this. So we will follow all these steps one by one, and we will show you how we can edit the parameter values. Okay, let's move into AWS management console. Search for RDS here. Select RDS panel. Okay, on the left side, click on instance. So once you click on instance, the DB instance you can see here. So in our last session, we have created this DB instance using the free tier RDS database. So you can watch my previous session to check how we can create a database instance using free tier of RDS. So click on this database instance. Okay, so once you click, you can check the information of this instance here. this information we have run default informations. So here you can see the default parameter groups is assigned to this instance. So on the left hand side there is a one main parameter group. Click on that and create new custom parameter group by clicking here. Okay, so as I have created this instance for MySql 5.6 version, so I am selecting same here and enter group name here. So test. Description right here. Okay, click on create. So now we have created our custom DB parameter group. So now click on this group and search for the parameters you want to change the value. So for example, I want to change the wait timeout. So you can see this is the wait timeout parameter here, and this is the range we can add here to change the value. So from this range we can choose the value and put there. So this is the parameter list. So here you can see the name of parameter, values of that parameter, allows value, and modifiable, is this modifiable or not. So you can list true and false value. Okay, so let's click on edit parameters. So we will see some input box there in front of each parameter. So I just want to change time, wait time mode. So I'm changing value here. So I'm adding here 30536. Okay, so this value I want for wait timeout. So this is in second, I think, and click on save changes. Now it is saving that parameter value. So let's wait for a few minutes. Seconds coming. Okay, so parameter value has been saved now for wait time. So let's move back to parameter group. So now these two groups we have, one is default one and one is custom group. So we have here one facility. We can compare these two groups and we can find out which parameter has been changed. So we go to action and click on compare. So as you can see here, wait timeout has been changed in custom DB group and in default group as compared to default group. So this is the features, one of the important features provided by AWS, by which we can compare two different parameter groups. So our custom parameter groups is a replica of default group, and we did one change only there, and that is the wait timeouts. Okay, so next is we need to assign our custom group to our DB instance. So let's go to DB instance. Click on our DB instance, and in this action drop down, select modify instance scroll down. Okay, so here you can select our custom DB group and scroll down and click on continue button. Okay, click on modify DB instance. So it will modify our DB instance parameter group. Let's check this. Okay, you can verify here. Dashboard. Okay, so now our parameter group has been changed, and it is our custom DB parameter group. So its status is applying. It will take few minutes to apply. So wait for few minutes. Okay, so it has been applied now, and AWS suggests us like a status pending reboot. So AWS want us to reboot our instance manually, so we need to do that next. Okay, so let's reboot this once again. So to reboot, click on instance again, select RDB instance and select instance actions and click on reboot. So it will reboot our instance, and our new custom DB parameter groups will be ready to assign. Okay, let's click on reboot. So it will reboot our instance. Click on reboot. Okay, so status is rebooting. It will take few minutes, and once rebooting is done, then our custom DB parameter groups has been successfully assigned to our new RDB instance. So same way guys, we can change any parameter value by using our custom parameter groups. Okay.